What is up, everybody? We are once again back on Apex Legends for the actual collection event here. So there is going to be 24 items available in this that you guys can use actual money on, and or some materials as well, which I highly doubt anybody actually has like 15,000 crafting metals. I would honestly love to see that. I actually only have 6,000 and I barely buy anything on the game now, but nonetheless though, the Ash's Heirloom is honestly going to be pretty dang awesome as well. So nunchucks are definitely going to be pretty interesting, especially being for Ash. I do want to know what you guys think about that. And then moving over to the banner frame.
Your death will come with speed and precision. That is the skill of a pilot.
Overall, I do think a lot of people are going to like the Ash Heirloom, but the big question is, do you actually want to get all of the items to actually get that? So, moving over to the purple items, guys, here the first one's going to be a Newcastle frame. Then we're going to have a Fuse frame. And then moving over to a Hollow Spray. Then we're going to have an emote. Kind of cool. Then we're going to have an emote for Newcastle. No comment. Then we're going to have a Seer emote. Then we're going to have a Mad Maggie skin that's also going to be epic. So I do have to admit, I do think this actually looks like an epic skin. I do think we can all agree some of the skins in this game really don't look that great, but this one's honestly pretty cool. Then we're going to have a skin for Caustic here, which is kind of interesting looking. Then we're going to have a Volt skin, which I was kind of mixed on these skins at first when I actually was looking at them, but to be honest, guys, I do have to admit the colors do look pretty awesome. At least you can tell these are going to be epic. And then moving over to the skin for the triple take here, I really do love the bright yellow on this. You're definitely going to see this skin insanely far away. Then we're going to have a skin for the Devotion. I'm starting to notice an energy weapon type trend here. That one's also insanely bright. I really do like the red on that one. You can also see like the birds on the side of it there. Then we'll have a skin for the Hemlock. This one looks okay, but I wouldn't actually say this is going to be as good as the other three. But for me, my favorite thing about this Hemlock skin is probably going to be the orange. And then moving over to the gold skins now, guys, starting off here with the Ash skin. So this one's definitely going to be pretty awesome, and obviously if you guys do want to get that Ash Heirloom, you're also going to have this skin to match it. And then moving over to the skin for Mirage, which I have a feeling a lot of these skins are probably going to have a lot of mixed opinions. And then moving over to Fuse. I do think this skin is pretty cool, but I did see a lot of people that actually did not like this one. I still also don't know if the cannon's still going to be fixed. I know for a long time there, the cannon never actually matched the legitimate skin that you guys had on it at the time, so let me know if that is going to be fixed in the comments below. Then we're going to have one of the rescue skins for Newcastle. I do have to admit this one's actually kind of cool. Although I don't really use Newcastle all that much, I would probably run this one. And then moving over to the next skin, guys, I have a feeling many players are definitely going to be wondering, which is going to be a no because I know the skin many people actually wanted for Loba is definitely not happening, but at least we are going to get some nice detail with these. And then moving over to the next skin, guys, is going to be for Seer. Overall, I probably wouldn't run this one on Seer though because I do think there's some other better skins out there. I personally don't think this one's all that great. And then moving over to the final character skin is going to be for Catalyst, which I also do remember seeing this one in the event trailer. I would say if you guys are a Catalyst main, which this character is going to be insanely good, I would say almost every single rank match I go in, I run into like 3 or 4 of these every game, so Catalyst is definitely going to be a great option. And then moving over to the first weapon skin is going to be for the Alternator, which this one's pretty cool, but I probably have a few I would rather run over this one. So if you guys actually do want the Heirloom, you then could actually mess around with these skins. But to be honest, I would say a lot of these I don't think people would actually buy. I mean, this one's for the Flatline here, which it does look kind of cool. I like that big orange like canister in the middle. I do like the overall detail making this thing look like a water gun, but overall I think a lot of people are probably going to be aiming for those really good iron sights, which I really doubt a lot of these weapons are going to have. And then moving over to the next skin, talking about the iron sights, jumping right into the Peacekeeper here, I also doubt this one's going to be part of that. I do kind of like how they made these guns like similar to like a water gun. I think that's kind of cool. And the overall design of this Peacekeeper is actually looking pretty sweet. And then moving over to the next skin, guys, is going to be for the wingman here. So I would say the iron sights are once again going to jump in. Although that gauge on the side's looking pretty awesome. Plus I do like the color of this. I also think that's like a small knife type of like bayonet thing coming out of the front. And I kind of do like the design of this weapon. But I feel like a lot of people are probably not going to choose these over some of the better wingman skins. I feel like some of these actually make the gun a lot worse than it really is. But moving over to the last legendary skin is going to be for the Havoc. To be honest, guys, I'm actually happy to see a skin for the Havoc instead of the R99. I feel like a lot of the events have like the same weapons in them for the categories of skins, which I kind of understand when a lot of those guns are going to be used the most. I really don't see a lot of people run the Havoc, but I do love seeing this gun get some love. And this skin is also looking pretty dang awesome on this thing as well, so I have to give it to Respawn for the design of this one. I do want to know what you guys think about this collection event in the comments below. What are your thoughts on all of the skins plus this Ash heirloom? I have to admit the nunchucks are not what I actually expected for Ash getting an heirloom, but at least they're going to be really nicely detailed. It might even be worth getting for many of those Ash mains. And then moving over to the event store here, guys, with some offers as well. So the two top ones here are going to be for the actual event. I have heard doing this is actually a little bit cheaper if you guys do want to go after that heirloom. And then on the bottom here we have Bring the Pain bundle, which for some odd reason, I read this in Bangalore's voice, which is kind of hilarious because this is actually my main, so I keep hearing her voice whenever I see stuff like that. But nonetheless though, I do have to admit this skin is looking pretty awesome. And then we're going to have a skin for the Devotion. Now, what's kind of interesting, guys, I never see anybody actually run the Devotion. At least in a lot of my matches, I cannot remember the last time someone actually used this gun, but moving over to the next bundle, guys, and by the way, I do want to mention these are going to go away in 2 days and 22 hours. So if you guys do want to get your hands on some of these skins and or bundles, I would definitely recommend taking a look at these within the next 2 to 3 days. I have to admit this skin also looks pretty awesome on Bloodhound as well. I also do like seeing the two pistols holstered on the character as well. That definitely looks pretty awesome. And then moving over to the next bundle, guys, you're probably going to recognize this one for Wraith. If you guys are a Wraith main and you missed this skin back in the day, at least you do have a chance to grab this one once again. And then this awesome looking Sentinel skin's also going to be available. I would actually say when it comes to like detail wise, this is probably one of the best looking skins in the game. At least for this gun, I would say anyway. But moving over to the next one, and then moving over to the final bundle, guys, is going to be for Fuse here. So I would say a lot of people probably have this bonus skin, but you can also get this skin, which is going to be epic. I do like how this one is. I kind of like the flame type of stuff going through him. I think that looks pretty awesome. And then we're going to have an epic skin here for the R301, which definitely looks pretty sweet for being an epic. I really do like seeing a lot of the skins in this game actually having detail and making them look epic, instead of wondering if that's going to be a blue and or an epic skin. But let me know what you guys think about the Sun Squad collection event in the comments below, and I do want to know your thoughts on this Ash heirloom.